I transformed from a porn-addicted boy who was feeling like shit all the time to a confident man with self-control and discipline. In this video, I'll detail my 90-day journey and all of the benefits that I've experienced over those 90 days. And stay tuned for the end of the video because I'll share a key mindset which has allowed me to have this much success in my journey. Getting right to it, the first benefit that I've experienced after being off of porn for 90 days is an increased level of confidence and the ability to look at people in the eye. When I'm watching pornography in my spare time at nighttime, it's a hidden secret. And so I don't feel like I want to look someone in the eye because a part of me always feels like I'm hiding something, like I have a deep, dark secret that no one else should know. When I stop watching pornography, there is congruence, there is alignment. As I speak the way I am, so I am. I'm not doing some hidden, shameful behavior in the darkness that is under the surface and hiding from someone. This increases your confidence and your ability to show up with someone and look them in the eye. The second huge benefit that I've experienced after quitting pornography for 90 days was an extreme level up in the intimacy and connection in my relationship with my girlfriend. Pornography causes you to view sex and experience women through a visual lens, and it causes you to be so obsessed with the way they look, and it makes you want to have your special intimate time, that most connective time between you two. You experience that through the lens of pornography. You may not even be consciously aware of it, but you are trying to recreate those scenes. You want her to look that way that you've seen in the videos. You want her to sound that way. You're trying to perform that way. When I have eliminated pornography after weeks of being clean, I am connected more with the human, the soul, and the person that is my girlfriend, and this shows up especially noticeable in the times when we are most intimate. The third benefit to quitting pornography for 90 days is extreme levels of energy and motivation. You may know some of the neuroscience here, but pornography affects our reward system. Biologically, since the dawn of our ancestors, we have been wired to reproduce. We have neurocircuitry in our brain which wants to get us motivated to seek novel mates and pass on our genes. Pornography hijacks that system and it throws our reward circuitry out of balance and out of whack. The result of this is that you are left outside of your pornography time feeling deflated, low energy, and it's hard to find the motivation to want to seek to do anything else. When I was in the throes of my pornography addiction, the only other things I could find the energy to do was to smoke weed or play video games. Now that I'm off pornography and I've had enough time for my mental circuitry to rebalance itself, I now have that energy to go out and physically exercise, hit the gym, take boxing lessons, work on building a business, and do so much more. There's one more benefit I want to share with you that I have experienced over these 90 days. But before I get to that, I just want to share with you that I have created a free PDF guide to help you quit pornography with some of the 5 basic steps that you can follow. And if you want to check out that guide, you can click the link in the description. Now, the fourth benefit that you'll experience after quitting pornography is you begin to objectify the women you see in the world less. When you are constantly watching pornography, you're training your brain to sexualize women and immediately make judgments about the shapes of their bodies. You want to picture them in those scenes just like you've been picturing all the women in the scenes as you're scrolling through the websites. When you stop watching pornography, this allows your brain to finally rebalance and stop over-sexualizing and objectifying every woman you see. You no longer turn every attractive woman into a sex object. Now, a note is that you will still notice attractive women. However, there isn't that compulsive drive to stare and sexualize every woman you see, and especially every attractive woman you see. So those are the 4 benefits that you can expect after quitting pornography for 90 days. Now, I want to share with you the key mindset shift that I would recommend you implement in your thinking to allow you to reach this level of success. And that is to not worry so much about any one streak. The truth is, I haven't received these benefits because of one 90-day streak. I have been on this journey for years, and it has taken me going from being addicted every day, watching porn every day when I was like 21 years old, and then the year after that, maybe watching pornography 300 times in a year. And then the year after that, maybe 250 times a year. When I zoom out and thought about watching pornography in yearly terms, it took the pressure off of each individual streak. It wasn't so much about how much the individual streak happened. The magic was in zooming out and viewing my whole journey in its entirety. I've imagined this as the analogy is someone climbing a mountain, and the base of the mountain is fully addicted watching pornography every day. The peak, the summit, is free from pornography, watching it 0 times a year. I am on a journey up that mountain, and every time I've relapsed, it's as if I have caught my foot on a rock and stumbled on the trail. And sometimes when I've really binged and relapsed hard, it's as if I tripped and then tumbled backwards on the mountain, falling back a few steps. At moments like this, I have thought that it's almost like I'm at the beginning, like I'm at rock bottom, I'm at ground zero. However, if I was honest with myself and I stood up and dusted myself off, I would notice that I was actually halfway up the mountain still. I could look behind me and see how much progress I've made up to that point. And so in those moments when I lost my streak or my streaks weren't that long, it wasn't about the streak. It's not about 90 days or 60 days. It's about the progress overall. If you're focusing so much on a specific number that you're trying to hit, I encourage you to zoom out and focus on the journey in its entirety. And that will give you the mindset you need to dust yourself off. And after a relapse, you may feel like you're bruised and scraped up, and you feel like shit and you feel terrible. You might have shame loops going, but take a look around you, see how far you've come, and then stand up and keep moving forward. If you're really serious about quitting pornography, I want you to click that link in the description and download the free PDF guide to help you quit watching pornography. I'll send you an email where you can download that, and if you're serious about making this change, you can respond to my emails back and communicate with me directly. I'm working as a professional coach to help you quit watching pornography, and I'm here to support you. Until next time, take care.